Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
A local woman scared after suspects steal her purse from her car while paying for gas. The surveillance video and the details of the investigation.
Plus, the monthly breakfast for our veterans is happening this morning. We'll tell you when and where. It's at a new location.
And it's doubled the trouble this weekend at the Fox Theater. Find out what YouTube sensations are stopping right here in Bakersfield.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm Danielle Kernkamp.
And I'm Mike Hart. Glad you're here. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Elena Russ, get a look outside at what we can expect as the day begins.
It's 10 degrees cooler than yesterday.
It is noticeable when you go outside.
Yeah, so we're in the wake of that system and it's pushing out. Look at how the skies are clearing. But right now the temperature is 46. The dew point is 42. And that matters because when the temperature and dew point match, we have the saturation for widespread dense fog. We've had too much cloud cover and still a little bit too much of a breeze to allow us to get that widespread fog. So visibility is fantastic here on the valley floor. We have low clouds acting like fog up in Tehachapi, but still 5 miles of visibility. You're good to go there. That dense fog advisory is in effect for this morning. I think we're going to need another one tomorrow with clear, calm conditions. Tomorrow is looking like a widespread dense fog day. For now, there's a look at the cloud cover, but the last of those light showers have tapered off. The heart of yesterday's storm is already off in Utah, partying there. So as we are quiet and calm, we have passing clouds today, but it is dry. See how we sit between systems, and that wind flow is right over the top of us, creating a weak ridge. That means stable weather. So expect a high of 63 today, low 60s as the sun is setting and we're setting up and staging the parade, and then upper 50s much of the evening as you are sitting there on the curb enjoying the parade. Just a fantastic night ahead with moderate air quality. You like that? As for our roadways, we're looking pretty good. All passes are open and dry.
All right, let's begin this morning with a story of interest to anyone who fills up a car with gas. A 70-year-old woman had her purse taken out of the car while she was inside paying for gas.
2 days later, she believes those responsible came to her house and stole her car. 23 ABC's Josh Sanders spoke to the victim, who we'll refer to as Yolanda, to protect her identity.
Possessions can be replaced, but what about your life?
Wednesday night, 70-year-old East Bakersfield resident Yolanda reliving the moments captured in this surveillance video after she stopped at the Valero gas station on South Union Saturday morning while running errands.
I went to put my card back. My purse was gone.
In the video, you see Yolanda's burgundy Hyundai Sonata parked beside the pump when a dark blue Chrysler pulls up on the other side. A person gets out and walks to Yolanda's car, opens the driver's side door, and takes her purse before driving away. Yolanda inside, unaware of what just happened.
I couldn't even think. I didn't know what I could do to control myself. I was shaking.
She says this man seen on your screen emerging from the Chrysler was behind her while in the store, wearing a ball cap, red shirt, and navy blue sports jacket. After regaining her composure, she filed a police report with BPD.
I had thought, because he had all my information, but then I thought, well, he's got my purse and he's got everything, what else? Or, I didn't really think that they would actually come out here.
Yolanda's nightmare wasn't over, waking up just 2 days later to the sound of her dogs barking.
Dogs are going crazy, and at the moment we heard a crash. So I went to the window and there goes my car.
Someone had stolen Yolanda's Hyundai Sonata. These pictures showing the damage to her front gate. Her tree snapped on the ground, leaving her questioning what will happen next.
I don't feel safe because until he's caught, then at least I'll be able to rest peacefully.
In Bakersfield, Josh Sanders, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Let's take a live look right now from Washington, D.C. This is a live camera shot. We're waiting for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to step up to the podium and talk about the next steps in the impeachment inquiry. Pelosi's address coming after a handful of hearings, including yesterday's moment when a handful of legal scholars argued that the president's attempts to have Ukraine investigate Democratic rivals are grounds for impeachment. We'll keep an eye on this when Pelosi comes to the podium. We will then cut back to this live picture and bring you some of her remarks.
Local Kern County Sheriff's deputies are helping law enforcement in Inyo County search for a missing hiker. These are pictures from the search posted on the KCSO Facebook page. According to officials, on December 3rd, KCSO Air 5 was requested for mutual aid to assist in locating a missing 75-year-old hiker who is still missing.
All right, let's go back to Washington right now and join Nancy Pelosi, who had just stepped to the podium.
Which have connected them with another. With those words, our founders courageously began our Declaration of Independence from an oppressive monarch for, among other grievances, the king's refusal to follow rightfully passed laws. In the course of today's events, it becomes necessary for us to address, among other grievances, the president's failure to faithfully execute the law. When crafting the Constitution, the founders feared the return of a monarchy in America. And having just fought a war of independence, they specifically feared the prospect of a king president corrupted by foreign influence. During the Constitutional Convention, James Madison, the architect of the Constitution, warned that a president might betray his trust to foreign powers, which might prove fatal to the Republic. Another founder, Governor Morris, feared that a president may be bribed by a greater interest to betray his trust. He emphasized that this magistrate is not the king. The people are the king. They therefore created a constitutional remedy to protect against a dangerous or corrupt leader: impeachment. Unless the Constitution contained an impeachment provision, one founder warned, a president might, quote, spare no effort or means whatsoever to get himself reelected. Similarly, George Mason insisted that a president who procured his appointment in his first instance through improper and corrupt acts might repeat his guilt and return to power. During the debate over impeachment at the Constitutional Convention, George Mason also asked, "Shall any man be above justice? Shall that man be above it who can commit the most extensive injustice?" In his great wisdom, he knew that injustice committed by the president erodes the rule of law, the very idea of fair justice, which is the bedrock of our democracy. And if we allow a president to be above the law, we do so surely at the peril of our republic. In America, no one is above the law. Over the past few weeks, through the Intelligence Committee working with the Foreign Affairs and Oversight Committees, the American people have heard the testimony of truly patriotic career public servants, distinguished diplomats, and decorated war heroes, some of the president's own appointees. The facts are uncontested. The president abused his power for his own personal political benefit at the expense of our national security by withholding military aid and crucial Oval Office meeting in exchange for an announcement of an investigation into his political rival. Yesterday, at the Judiciary Committee, the American people heard testimony from leading American constitutional scholars who illuminated without a doubt that the president's actions are a profound violation of the public trust. The president's actions have seriously violated the Constitution, especially when he says and acts upon the belief. Article 2 says, "I can do whatever I want." No. His wrongdoing strikes at the very heart of our Constitution, a separation of powers, 3 co-equal branches, each a check and balance on the other. A republic, if we can keep it, said Benjamin Franklin. Our democracy is what is at stake. The president leaves us no choice but to act because he is trying to corrupt, once again, the election for his own benefit. The president has engaged in abuse of power, undermining our national security and jeopardizing the integrity of our elections. His actions are in defiance of the vision of our founders and the oath of office that he takes to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Sadly, but with confidence and humility, with allegiance to our founders and a heart full of love for America, today I am asking our chairman to proceed with articles of impeachment. I commend our committee chairs and our members for their somber approach to actions which the president had not made necessary. In signing the Declaration of Independence, our founders invoked a firm reliance on divine providence. Democrats, too, are prayerful, and we will proceed in a manner worthy of our oath of office to support and defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic. So help us God. Thank you.
You're listening to comments from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. As we take a look at our traffic, unfortunately, I was telling you about this crash earlier this morning, and this is now confirmed as a fatal crash on the northbound 5 just north of Stockdale Highway. We can see some signs in the area that are telling you that there is some fog expected this morning, and some heavy traffic is also expected near this scene. What we know from the CHP so far, it was a sedan, it appears like, and a semi that have crashed. The wreckage is on the right-hand shoulder. Right now, there's no slowing in the region, but we know that there's a fatality, so we need not only the coroner to respond, but the investigation will continue, so there is no estimated time for when this will get cleared up, and you'll need to expect some slowing northbound 5 near Stockdale Highway until this is cleared out.
Veterans will gather in central Bakersfield this morning for some breakfast and bonding. The monthly breakfast is put on the first Thursday to bring together veterans from all eras. Coffee will be ready at 8 and breakfast at 9. Organizers say the event has gotten so big that they outgrew the American Legion Hall on H Street. So now it's been moved to a new location. The Elks Lodge, located near the Garces Circle, will host today's event.
Well, it is the holiday season, and the annual Chez Noel Holiday Home Tour is a big part of it. Hosted by the Assistance League of Bakersfield, it's really the perfect thing to do this weekend.
It's so much fun. 23 ABC's Imani Stevens is live with the details on how you can get in on the holiday spirit. Imani?
Got my name tag on. Good morning, Mike and Danielle. That's right. Start your holiday season off right with these beautiful decorated homes. I'm in one of them on Oleander, and joining me right now is Liz Haley with the Assistance League of Bakersfield. Good morning.
Good morning.
And tell people, what can they expect for this weekend, Friday and Saturday, the tours, the lunch, so much more.
We have 3 beautifully decorated homes throughout Bakersfield, one in Westchester and one here in Oleander, and then one in Stockdale Estates. And it's a self-guided tour, so you can go at your own speed. We also are having our bargain box clothing. We also are having different people selling things at Bargain Box. We have Peter Pan clothing, we have jewelry, we have Sugar Daddies and a Tree Lady and Victoria's, and you can also purchase the tickets at Victoria's and Sugar Daddies.
Wow, and this is the 30th year for the Chez Noel Holiday Home Tour. So what's special about this year?
Well, this year is our 30th year, and we have been doing it for a long time, and it's a tradition for so many families here in the Kern County area.
Okay, thank you so much. And tickets are $40. We have information on our website where you can pick up those tickets. Turn23.com. Live in Central Bakersfield, I'm Imani Stevens, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Well, today is the day. It is here. The 23 ABC Bakersfield Christmas Parade will hit the streets of downtown tonight.
We're so excited. 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido is live with the Beardsley Marching Band to give us a little preview. Daniela?
I think she's downtown.
Is she?
Sadly, I couldn't bring the Beardsley Marching Band with me downtown. They really wanted to come, but they will be here tonight for the 23 ABC Bakersfield Christmas Parade. So that was the whole point of having them on the show. It's to get you guys all excited. But even better, we have some video from last year to show you guys. Hundreds of floats will be out here. We have everyone out here. The Bakersfield Police Department will be out here, Kern County Fire Department, Bakersfield Fire Department, anyone that you can think of, assembly members, council members. But even better, about 20,000 community members will be out here on the streets of Bakersfield, lining up and cheering on and getting ready to spread that holiday spirit. And now we have a map if you want to get the best seats in the house so that you know where everything is starting. Now everything starts on 21st and L Street, and it's going to go all the way down 21st and then turn at the Fox Theater, then go down 20th Street. You're going to pass the Fox Theater, downtown school, and it'll end at Hall Ambulance on 20th and N Street. So you're going to want to make sure you make it out here early because everything starts at 6 p.m. But if you can't make it out here to the streets of Bakersfield, well, you can watch it on your TV on 23 ABC. It'll be kicking off from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I know Mike is going to be over there anchoring that, so that's going to be really exciting. So if you guys want to make it on out here and spread that holiday cheer, well, we'll be waiting for you. For now, we're live in downtown Bakersfield. Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
I'm very proud to join Jessica Harrington. It'll be a lot of fun.
And Danielle's going to be out there.
Danielle's going to be out there.
I are going. I'm so excited because we've had years in the past where it's in the 30s. We've had years in the past where it's kind of drizzly, misty. Tonight is looking fantastic. Passing clouds, moderate air quality, upper 50s. That's seasonal for this time of year. And the biggest headline, dry, right? We're sitting between systems. You can see how we've cleared out, but it's taken us all night to clear out. So that cloud cover much of the evening into those overnight hours stopped us from getting the development of widespread dense fog. Look at how crystal clear that air is, though. We're at 46 as you're waking up here in Bakersfield, 10 degrees cooler than yesterday because those skies have cleared and we have that cool air filling in. We're not quite at saturation that we need, and we didn't have the perfect recipe overnight to lead to dense fog. We do still have some low clouds trapped in the mountains that are acting like fog, but 6 miles of visibility, you're fine in Tehachapi. The pass looks great. Radar and satellite imagery showing us that we are drying out with those 40s here on the valley floor. It's 30s, even some 20s up there in the mountains, and some 30s and 40s down into the desert. Cold start to the morning, but you see these wind lines here. There's a little ridge. That means stable air, dry air coming on shore. Yeah, some clouds are going to spill in much of the day, but there's no rain in that forecast. However, tomorrow we've been watching this system. It dropped down from the Gulf of Alaska. You see how cold it is. It's making its move toward the California coastline tomorrow night, but then it's going to dive up to Washington and Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, heading into the weekend. So this far south, typically a storm track like that would leave us high and dry. But it may actually be dragging some tropical moisture on shore. So we're still talking about a chance of rain for Saturday, Sunday. And you see here in the futurecast, clouds today, clear tomorrow. There's a chance of dense fog for Friday morning. And then here comes the rain. It's late Friday, more so Saturday, Sunday. It's not looking very promising for Kern County just yet. So that's why I'm calling it a 50-50 chance. But we're not totally high and dry. So we'll watch that as it gets closer. Don't cancel your weekend plans. Just plan to have the umbrellas with you. Much of next week, fog is a possibility early in the week. Slight chance of rain Wednesday. I'm not very confident in that one either. So I'll just leave temperatures fairly seasonal much of next week as we wait to see how things shape up. Kern River Valley 50s across the board. I'll call it a 60% chance of rain for our mountains, and that includes Fraser Park and Tehachapi for at least Friday night into Saturday. But what's interesting is Tehachapi is not even close to freezing Saturday night, but Fraser Park might be. So I'll call it a slushy mix Sunday for those higher elevations above Fraser Park. But again, we need to wait and see how this storm is shaping up. We'll be right back.
They come in all kinds of flavors, some stuffed with cheese, others loaded with shredded beef and chili verde.
That's right. Once again, we are looking for the best that Bakersfield has to offer, and Kern County. Starting this week, 23 ABC kicking off the Great Tamale Challenge. We'll be featuring local chefs and their recipes every Friday, Foodie Friday at 6 a.m.
That's tomorrow, by the way. So if you, your family, maybe one of your friends makes really great tamales, we want to hear from you. Submit your name and your phone number to our email at news@kero.com. You can also reach out to us through our 23 ABC Facebook page. No matter what, we want to hear from you.